So first, I would like to start by giving the capability to add new items to this website. So I'm going to go to add item.php, and this is also one of the pages we uploaded to the cloud. And you can type a new item here and submit. So this form I already provided for you. So let's say, what do you want to do? Finish watching video, right? You can submit. But currently there is no PHP code for this that actually saves this item into that text file, the items.txt file. So therefore we're going to provide that code. So again, open the files in your computer. We're going to write another new version and we're going to upload this to the Amazon cloud. So go to add PHP item. So let me talk about this site. So this is the HTML structure standard. We have the head part and then the body, which has the content, of the page. We have a header, a new item, as you can see here. That's the H1 heading tag, and then after that we have a form. Now, so this is a HTML form. The form has two attributes: action and method. The action is where is this form being sent to? So the form actually is processed. This form is processed in this page because we are pointing at add item.php. So this is the add item.php. You could process it somewhere else, but in this case, this web page is going to process itself. So once you post something, it will come back to this page, and the PHP code in this page will handle that element that is added. And the method is post. So you normally get two methods with this get or post. We're gonna stick with post for now. I'm not gonna get into details at the moment. This is more of a server-side class thing. So just have post here. Now, inside the form, we have a label, basically points out where you need to type in, and two input elements. The first one is a text box. It's a type text, and it has a name item. Now, this is important because we're going to use this name attribute and its value to find the value that is entered into this input text box. And the next one is a submit button, which is the one that's here. It creates this one, and that one will submit this form to add item PHP, and then from there we're going to process the data. And this is a simple anchor tag. It's a link. It's basically a link. When you click on this see items, as you see here, it takes us back to the index.php. Items.php. Item. Why that happened? Add item, not items. So let's start by changing the code here. The first thing we need to do is we're going to check if something is uploaded, if there's a value that is added to this page. So start opening PHP tags. And let me zoom in a little bit more so it's easier to see. And first of all, check if the value of the text box is set. Is it set or not? Or is it empty? So isSet method will check if it's empty or not, if there's a value. Now, to get this name, like the value of this input text box, we're going to use a PHP's global post array. So post. I know the syntax may look intimidating at the beginning, but don't get intimidated. It's just some dollar signs out there. So this is an array. This is an array of all elements that is posted with this form. Right now we only have one text box, so this global post array of PHP has only one item in it, and that will be the name. So we're going to look by, it's an associated variable. So we're going to look by, item, not name, but item, because the name's value is item. So this will return the value of this text box here. Now, if is item is set means it has some value. It's not empty. Somebody entered a value there. Then let's read this into a variable. So this is a PHP variable. All PHP variables has a $sign at the beginning of the variable's name. It is going to be equal to post item. So we read the item. If it's not empty, if it's not null, we read it into this PHP variable. No keywords needed. You just enter the variable's name and you have a variable. Now the next thing is I'm going to use a file open function of PHP, and I'm going to read the file into a variable. Items file. So fopen. This file will open a file. Open the file that already exists. Now the name of the file, which is in the same directory, so I'm just going to type in items.txt. This is the name of the file we uploaded, right? So if you go back to the file structure, we have items.txt. So I'm opening this file in PHP now. And a is a parameter. We're going to use it to append. So we enter a parameter. That means if there was any problem with the file, this is basically throwing an exception, and it's terminating the process. You cannot open file if it's not there, but the file is there, so there won't be a problem. And then the next function is fwrite, which will actually, oh, no $sign here, which will actually write into that file that we just opened. So this is the file, items file, and we will write into this file. And what we want to write is the new item, right? New item is what we read from the text box, and we want to write this, add as a new line to the items file. I'm going to add one more thing here. Dot. This is the concatenation operator in PHP, so it's like plus in Java or C#. Now I'm going to add PHP end of file variable. So this way, every time I add a new item, it skips to the next line for the next item. So things don't get added in the same place, in the same line. So it will look more organized. PHP end of line. And once we write the new line to the file, we need to close the file, items file, and let's print. Something says new item is successfully added, and close this. So this is pretty much all the PHP code we need for this part of the program.